Mingshi pressed Lao Ba and beat him up. The sound of the slaughter of the pig spread throughout the entire demon tower. After the punishment was over, he dragged Zhu Hong towards the cave of repentance. Pen Zhong was stunned in place. I don't know what I'm thinking. At this moment, Zhou Jifeng curiously approached him. Pen Xiong, what's wrong with you? Your face looks so bad. Could it be that you're sick? Pen Zhong stared at his ascending dragon finger with wide eyes. It seems like I caused trouble. At this moment, inside the Demon Heaven Pavilion, Lu Zhou glanced at the system panel. Only a little over 1,000 more, and he could purchase the 7-star soul-transferring body. In the midst of contemplation, the sound of Xiao Yuan's voice came from outside. Master Hua Wudao is seeking an audience. Lu Zhou responded with a sound, and let him come in. After he entered the house, he respectfully spoke. Hua Wudao pays respects to the lord of the pavilion. Lu Zhou nodded. Having thought it through, I'm just curious about the many treasures of Mo Tiangu. What is the use of this blackwood lotus? Lu Zhou did not hide anything, just answer it directly. Open up the Sea of Qi. Hua Wudao pondered for a moment after listening. To be honest, Yunzong only has one piece of blackwood lotus. To open up the Qi Sea, at least 2 pieces are needed. Blackwood lotus is extremely precious. There will not be more than 5 in the entire Diyan. Only getting 1 piece is probably not enough. When Lu Zhou heard this, he straightforwardly spoke up. So I need 2 pieces. Hua Wudao was speechless upon hearing this. This matter is extremely important. I have sent a message to the elder of the Yun Sect. They will discuss this matter as soon as possible. Notify the Yun Sect. My patience is limited. Blackwood lotus. I am determined to obtain it. I will do my best to coordinate. Within 1 month, there will be results. After Hua Wudao finished speaking, he got up and walked outside. 1 month's time is nothing for Lu Zhou. If it is Jitian now, don't even talk about a month, even 1 day can't wait. But Lu Zhou is different. The thing he lacks the least now is time. Soon, it was a month later. During this month, other than teaching the disciples, all I did was comprehend the ancient scriptures, and also took the time to study many famous books and classics. Now the merit points have reached 15,000. He looked at the panel, feeling conflicted. Should he buy the Dharma body or draw a prize? Lucky draw may be exciting, but comes with risks. If you buy the lottery ticket, you might waste all the hard-earned merits. Spend all one's money. There are no merits and virtues attached to oneself. Always feel a lack of security. Anyway, the Dharma body can be directly purchased at any time. There are no bottlenecks in cultivation anyway. It's better to wait until you accumulate more merits and virtues before making a decision. Lu Zhou just finished pondering. Several disciples walked in with Hua Wudao. His gaze fell on Hua Wudao. Through the eye of truth, it was discovered that Hua Wudao's injuries had completely healed. And even better than before. Did he really break through? Hua Wudao, after listening, was extremely shocked in his heart. In the past month, he has been healing his injuries every day. After the Ten-Witch War, Cha and Sword St. Luo fought for a long time. Under the blessing of the auspicious Qi of the White Zay, the long-standing problem that had been suppressed for 20 years was resolved during the healing process. However, no one knew when he opened the leaves. I initially wanted to hide my cultivation level before speaking. I didn't expect to be seen through by Lu Zhou as soon as we met. After Ming Shirin and a few others heard it, they quickly congratulated me with a cupped hand gesture. Hua Wudao's face turned red. A smile. Ashamed? If it weren't for the wise Bai Zai, I'm afraid the root of my problem for the past 20 years would not have been resolved. In the end, I still have to thank the Lord of the Pavilion. Master, please accept my bow. The Lord of Lu Zhou nodded calmly. Please rise and speak. The eye of truth only reveals one's realm. As for the number of leaves, it doesn't matter. Need to judge from the breath. Lu Zhou's doubtful measurement. 7 leaves? Hua Wudao nodded with a smile. Then he jumped up in one leap, and displayed in midair the solid body of the 100 Tribulations Cave. Ming La emits a golden light. Underneath, the golden lotus blooms with 7 leaves, continuously rotating and blossoming. Hua Wudao follows closely, with a loud shout. Liu He Dao seal. Qi of the body intertwines, vertical and horizontal, heaven and earth, life and death, water and fire, existence and emptiness. 9 characters gradually emerge, rapidly revolving around him, forming an immensely thick and solid chi shield. Xiao Yuan saw the situation. He smiled. Third senior brother, you've been left behind. Du Mushi clenched the overlord's spear in his hand. Some are not convinced. Elder Hua opened 7 leaves. But one day, I will break this 6 harmonies Dao seal. Mingshi couldn't help but make fun of it. Don't forget that. Do you have the king's spear now? Elder Hua doesn't even have a decent weapon. Duan Muxing felt a little embarrassed after hearing this, since there is such a big gap between me and Elder Hua. Then for the next month, it is up to the 4th junior brother to accompany me in practicing shooting. The showcased flower Wudao returned to the crowd. He smiled and said although Duan Muxing only opened 2 leaves, he can still fight against enemies with 4 or even 5 leaves. His talent is far superior to mine. I'm afraid it won't be long before he surpasses me. There is no doubt about this, although this statement may sound like flattery. It makes Duan Muxing secretly delighted. Luzhou is a bit surprised. Didn't expect Hua Wudao to say this, because he thinks that among the disciples of Matian Pavilion, Du Muxing has the worst talent. And his comprehension is also a bit lacking. The reason for the recent progress is so great. Because he started early. Suppressed for a long time. You should know that Mingshi has long entered the realm of Yuanshan tribulation. Lu Zhou is somewhat skeptical. Mingshi believes that this disciple may be deliberately hiding his skills. It's possible that he is already at the 2nd or 3rd leaf, seeing everyone's cultivation improving. Xiao Yuan feels a bit unhappy. Unfortunately, her Qi Hai is not yet open, cannot enter the realm of the Yuanshan tribulation. Lu Zhou noticed her state. Immediately stroked his beard, said 4 words. Return to the main topic. Hua Wudao immediately bowed and spoke. Young Zong sent a letter yesterday. Young Zong is willing to exchange for Ding Fanqiu with Blackwood Lotus. However, they have an additional condition. They said 1 Ding Fanqiu is not enough. They also need an additional heavenly grade weapon to agree to the exchange. Yun Zong made this request. It is obvious that they find Ding Fanqiu's value too low. Mingshi's eyes turned cold after hearing it. Greed without celebration. Mo Tiange is willing to make a deal with them, already given the opportunity, still want a celestial grade weapon. Hua Wudao nodded in an unusual way. Of course, I know the value of celestial grade weapons, and I don't advocate exchanging with them. Upon hearing this, Mingshi seems a little confused. Aren't you worried about Ding Fanqiu? Hua Wudao's face turns red. I cannot go against my conscience, but still able to distinguish their position. Mingshi bowed respectfully at this moment. Master's decision is related to the future of junior sister. It's still up to you to decide personally. Lu Zhou nodded, looked at the sad little yener. It is rumored in the cultivation world that Taoist Ji Tian now has had a great adventure, and has obtained a large number of treasures and weapons. That's why so many extraordinary villains have been cultivated. Yun Zong wants to take this opportunity to exchange for a weapon. At the same time, it can also ease the relationship with the Mo Tiange. Even if the Mo Tiange does not agree, maintain the current status of the relationship, it will not have much impact on the Cloud Sect. Lu Prefecture thought of this. Bian Ling coldly said, I have to admit, Yun Zong's plan is indeed well executed. I have many weapons at my disposal. But that doesn't mean I can give them away at will. Since Yun Zong is unwilling to hand over the Hei Mulian, then I will personally go and get it.